Good evening. I'm not muted this time, although I think my mic's a little loud. Test, 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 test. Yeah, it's a little loud. Is this the right microphone? Yeah, it's the right microphone, just a little loud, so let's tweak that just a little bit. How's that? That's too low. Hello, hello. A little louder. Hello, hello. That's better, I think. Test, 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 test. Yeah, that's better, I think. Yo. Okay. Loud enough, I think it is. Good evening. Today is a little bit different of a stream. We're actually not going to actually look at probably much code, because today what I want to do is I want to set my agenda for the upcoming Kansas City Developer Conference that I'm going to. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Let's go to, where do I want to put this? Let's just put this on my desktop. So just do new item, KCDC, what do you want to say? KCDC agenda. Like that. I'm gonna try to bump up my ISO just a little bit. I look a little dark. Hold on one sec. Alright, I think that's a little better. I don't honestly know. Just looked a little dark. Alright, so there are 3 days to plan for here. So let's see. Kansas City developer. Yep, there you go. Copilot already knows. Alright, so hey, what's up, Nelson? How are you? Let's see, day one. Day one is August 13th, 2025. And then we have day 2 and day 3. And this is actually a workshop. First day is. So the first things first is we need to figure out what workshops I'm going to go to. So they have 2 different formats to the workshops. You can either do 2 half days or 1 full day workshop. This is the first time I'm looking through this, so I don't think I want to do anything like building AI, because this is probably going to be pretty... Yeah, build a RAG application. I've already done that. Fine-tuning, this might be kind of interesting. Learn how to configure the model and training loop on a resource-rich cloud platform. That could be interesting. I don't want to go to a workshop on data structures. What's up, InHunter? Today I am working on, I'm going to a developer conference in August. It's called the Kansas City Developer Conference. Yeah, so I'm going to that in August. So I'm just tonight after work, I'm spending a little time like going through all the different sessions and kind of planning out how I want to spend my 3 days there. Nelson, if Tom Brady was a software engineer, what do you think he would specialize in? Yeah, Tom Brady to me represents ultimate competitiveness and excellence. So I think I'm not sure he would specialize. I think whatever role he was in, right? He would just be an absolute monster at being the best at it, obsessively the best at it. I'm not sure if he'd pick a specialty though. Well, Spandan, you are gone. We're not looking to hang out with any racists. So, see you, buddy. Nelson, I can hear you good on my end. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know if the audio gets screwed up at all. Yeah, okay. I don't want to spend a workshop in data structures, an all-day data structure workshop. I don't want to really build with Python. I'm not a JavaScript developer. I mean, I said I'm not a JavaScript developer. I mean, I'm not a Java developer. So I don't want to go to something that's all about refactoring in Java apps. I kind of want something that's really hands-on. Last year's workshop I did was on OpenTelemetry, and that was a lot of fun. It was all day OpenTelemetry. Hey, what's up, Flyfisha? Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Nothing much is going on here. Just work and family and more work and more family. You know, like life's pretty mundane. Okay, so right now, looking at all these workshops, the ones that are standing out to me are zero to design system, because I've never really built a design system before, so this could be pretty interesting. It's a half day though, so if I do this one, then I have to figure out what to do in the afternoon. The Kubernetes workshop, I've not done anything with Kubernetes. So I'm not sure how much hands-on or how much prior experience I would need to actually participate in this. A quick tour through Docker concepts, the components of a Kubernetes cluster, pods and services, deployments and replicas. Looks kind of interesting. This GitHub Actions from Zero to Heroes, I feel pretty competent in GitHub Actions, but it might be interesting to get some formal education on it. I also like Scott Sauber. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've watched several of his talks on YouTube. I think he's based in Iowa. Let's see, what's in the afternoon? Because that's probably going to determine. Like if I can find two half-day workshops, that's probably the better use of time. Ooh, building a web component library, that might be fun. Web components have been around for a long time. In this workshop, we will learn about the important concepts around authoring web components, as well as the technologies used to create, test, distribute for others to enjoy. So I've done a little bit with web components. I'll admit they're not. I don't find them like if you don't use a library, writing web components is a real pain in the butt. In my opinion, there's a lot of issues with their API. Not issues, but ergonomics. Like the ergonomics of web components is pretty yuck. Nelson Ross, what state are you in? I'm in Kansas, so I'm actually based right outside Kansas City. Kansas City is the biggest metro area to where I'm at. The .NET Aspire workshops would be probably pretty cool, although I'm just not sure. I feel comfortable with what .NET Aspire is and how to use it, but so I'm not sure how much how much additional I would get out of it. Like I want something that I'm interested in, that I have kind of like a nascent experience with. I'm thinking I'm going to do these. I think I'm going to do 0 to design system in just 4 hours. And then I think I'm going to go to the building a web component library. I think those are the 2 workshops I'm going to go to. Boop, this builds your ultimate dev ecosystem. Nelson, you a Chiefs fan? I guess I'm an obligatory Chiefs fan because of where I live. I didn't grow up near Kansas City. I grew up in Missouri, Southwest Missouri, and growing up I was always a Rams fan. Now my dad and my brother were always Chiefs fans, so like I never like actively root against the Chiefs. So yeah, if the Chiefs are playing, that's who I'm probably rooting for. But my team is the Rams. Like I grew up and the Rams were in St. Louis. I know other people when they grew up they were in LA, and when they left St. Louis and went back to LA, I just decided to stick it out with them. All right, I think okay. So I'm gonna just tentatively. I'm not gonna belabor this too much, because I'm also gonna see what my coworkers' plans are. Okay, we're gonna go 0 to design system in 4 hours. Morning session. I don't have the time yet, but we're gonna do this one. I think that's like 8 to noon. Yeah, 8 to noon. And it is in, what room is it in? It is in room 2206. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some people who probably would give me some flack for not being a diehard Chiefs fan, but what are you gonna do, right? There we go. I think and then I'm gonna do the web component library. Building a web component library. I wonder if neither of these have prerequisites to them, do they? Yeah, they don't have any prerequisites. Some of the workshops have like prerequisites where you're supposed to like install and set up stuff before the workshop, which makes sense, right? Like, okay, so then that's the easy day. The next 2 days are kind of hard because you basically have a session every hour, and there's like 10 sessions every hour, so you have to pick. And obviously you can change this. Like once you pick, you're not committed. You just it's better to plan it out ahead of time so you don't get there the day of and try to figure it out. Oh, I've seen this guy on Twitter, Dev Agrawal. Yeah, I've seen this guy on Twitter quite a bit. Nelson, what kind of website is this? I'm not sure actually. They probably use some sort of looks like it's Sessionize. Yeah, it looks like they must use some kind of app called Sessionize to render the schedule. But I honestly don't know what they built the website in. Hey, what's up, Kajani? It's been a minute, man. A long time. How have you been? How's life? It has been quite a while since I heard from you last. Of course, there's going to be a session on building with Cursor. Yeah, it has been a long... Yes, it has, man. Yes, it has. I'm hoping life is going well for you, though. I'm just doing a quick scan through. Are you covered? Falling in love with end-to-end testing? Huh. That's kind of interesting. Data modeling for software engineers? Oh, that sounds fun. Home lab, private cloud on a budget? That sounds like a fun... Yeah, I mean, selfishly, I want to go to this. Johnny, life's alright. I'm trying to pop into people's streams more often again. I finally got the permission from the government to start my driving school early. Been busy, got a summer job. That's fantastic, man. Congrats on the summer job. And I'm happy you got the permission to do driving school. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, man. I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, I think, let's see. So 8:45 a.m. This could be interesting, honestly. I think I'm going to do this one. Let's see. 8:45 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. Hey, what's up, Arkin? Johnny, you stream into other platforms too? No, I did for a little bit. For a little bit, I was streaming to... When I very first started in like January, I was streaming to YouTube and Twitch. And then after like the first couple months, I switched to YouTube and TikTok. And then after like a month of YouTube and TikTok, I just started doing YouTube. What's up, Arkin? Arkin, when did stream start? It started about 20 minutes ago. So it would have been like 6:40 p.m. my time. 6:40 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm not really doing anything crazy exciting at the moment. I'm going to a conference in August, so I'm spending some time this evening planning what talks I'm going to go to at the conference. But I figured while I do this, I could stream and talk to you guys too. So that's what I'm doing. Oops. Oh, excuse me. $22.09. Arkin, I got notification right now. YouTube did me dirty. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, YouTube did do you dirty on that one. Maybe YouTube's just they haven't liked how inconsistent I've been with my streaming schedule. So they're punishing me. Good Johnny, still trying to get a car. Working on that. My studies. Oh, and summer break started. I'm on vacation. I can't attend next week's stream though. I'll be on a scout camp to day watch kids. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Sounds like you got a great summer plan. My kids are both on summer break right now, and they're pretty much just playing video games every day. Well, they're playing video games. They've gone swimming a lot. But yeah, summertime here as well. Oh, this is interesting. So like tech debt is such a big thing, right? Especially in like your day jobs, right? Like not your side projects, but like if you work in if you work someplace where you're a part of the software development life cycle, you know how big of a conversation tech debt is. But it's the big conversation around tech debt is how do you get time and resources applied to doing anything about it, right? So this could be interesting. Probably this kind of a session would be super helpful if you're somebody who's managing a team and you need to convince your boss to allow your team to spend time on things. Arkin, plus you don't stream this time usually. Yeah, I usually don't. Yeah, this was like I went on a walk after work, and while I was on the walk, I was like, oh shoot, I need to sit down and plan this out before next month. And so I was like, oh, I'll just do it this evening and stream while I do it. So it was a very what do you want to call it? A very spontaneous decision. Corey House is so good. Corey House, I don't know, you guys may see him on Twitter. He's got a very good Twitter account. Puts out a lot of good content. He's actually based really close to me. He's based in Kansas City, I think, or a suburb of Kansas City. He's got great content. Richard Campbell is a goat. I kind of feel like always obligated to go and see a Richard Campbell talk. I try to make like I'm trying when I trying to decide on like what to go listen to or learn about. I'm trying to balance like the content of the session with also like who is the presenter, because like a really great presenter and a mediocre topic is probably better than like a really bad presenter and a really enticing topic. HTMX. I haven't tried HTMX, but heard lots of good things about it. Huh. Well, This is kind of interesting. Interpreting and wielding data for good and evil in the AI era. Data is a powerful tool. Let's see. In this session, we will explore ways data can be used to make the world a better place or be used against us. Yeah, I'm not that. I mean, I think that'd be very interesting, but I don't really want to just listen to somebody opine about how data can be misconstrued. Let's see. I'm kind of between these three right here. Yeah, I think I might. Yeah, I think I might just go to Richard Campbell's talk. 2102B. 2102B. 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Whoops. What is it? 220B? Whoops. What is happening? Johnny, you can have an uninteresting bad topic explained well, but you can't have a good topic explained badly. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I mean, in my opinion, lecturers or teachers can really make or break a topic. I had that experience many times in school. And so when thinking about what things I want to go spend an hour of my time doing, you know, I try to take that into consideration. Does this go to 10:4? I think this goes to actually to 11:15, doesn't it? Or no, maybe 11? I think every talk is an hour long, and then they give you 15 minutes between talks. Yeah. Okay, so now we're in the 11:15 slot. I really like Jimmy Bogard. I follow a lot of these people online, like a lot of their content. There's some, of course, there's going to be stuff about MCP, right? Like AI is probably going to be everywhere at this thing. Ooh, using C# expression trees? That sounds fun. Oh, Steven, hold on. I got to show you my new water gun. Is that not real bull? I can think. Find your DC. Yeah, if you get. Yeah, sure. Pros, please address the rumors you intend to share them browse on stream. What? What are you talking about, Pros? I have no idea what you're talking about. What are these rumors you speak of? I'm kind of interested in this. Yeah, I'm going to this one. Expression trees are something I want to know more about as a .NET developer. 2210. Oops. Oh goodness. It would help if I could type, wouldn't it? Okay, and then I think that's lunchtime. I know this seems very tedious, but I'll tell you, putting some thought into the schedule, your schedule for a conference is well worth the effort. I've been to a lot of conferences when I worked in the fitness industry, and it was always worth the effort to kind of plan out what you're gonna do. It says I can't send you a message because we're not on the same server. Oh, well, you can join my server if you want. You can join it and hop out. I just put the Discord link there to my server. Also, I need to update Nightbot to say, what are you doing? Let's see. Commands. What the heck? There we go. Yeah, I think I probably can do that. Yo. I think I just sent you a message. Oh, yeah, I got the same error. Your message cannot be delivered. This is usually because you don't share a server with the recipient, or the recipient is only accepting DMs from friends. Yeah, I got the same message, man. Alright, let's see. AI for highway maintenance. What the hell? Does this mean they're literally using Thursday? Huh. That's an interesting domain to apply AI to. I guess not. I'll tell you what they need to build is they need to build a little like agenda builder app for people. Oh, you gotta add me. I sent you a friend. Okay, let me look. How do I? I don't see. Yeah, I don't see a request, man. Yeah, I don't know. Discord seems to be actively working against us at the moment. What was that? Hold on. Well, how long are these? Oh, yeah. Using web components like a boss. Yeah. Yeah, Discord's trying to keep us apart. I'm gonna have to go back and double check all these room numbers because I don't think I got them all right. Let's see, 345. Alright, let's see. This is the last session of Thursday. What's it gonna be? How to do half-assed UX? That's hilarious. Brandon Micknick, he gives good presentations. I've watched him on YouTube quite a bit, and I saw him last year at KCDC. Oh, David Whitney's gonna be there? Yeah, I gotta go to this talk. Build your own game engine. I really like David Whitney. Synthetics monitoring with Playwright? What is this? Running synthetics. I don't know what that means. Huh. Ooh, this is interesting. Feature flags and canary deployments. Oh man, I'm torn. I really want to go to the David Whitney talk, but I also am kind of interested in data cleansing for machine learning. Yeah, I'm just going to do the David Whitney talk. $22.15C. $22.15C. Steven, guess what time it is here in Finland? It's probably, what is it, 12 hours ahead of me, so it's 7 a.m. Is it like morning time over there? I guess you guys probably aren't 12 hours ahead of me, are you? But probably close to it. All right, so that's the second day. And then we just need to plan out day 2. And then I'll be ready to go. Actually, what I'll probably do is after I get this all planned out, there's a bunch of people I work with that are also going to the conference. So I'll share my agenda with them. And then hopefully they can share theirs with me. And then we can kind of either sync up on sessions to go to, or what I would like to do is I'd like to find sessions that they're going to that I'm interested in, but that I can't go to because I'm going to another one, and then ask them to take some notes and give me their notes. It would be really helpful for conferences if I had Hermione's necklace from Harry Potter, where I could go to one session, roll back time, go to another session, and basically get like 40 hours of learning in all within a single day. That would be pretty baller. Okay, here we go. Kajani, it's 3:21 a.m., but the way you say you like these people talking about coding gives off that teen girl obsessed with this and that band vibe, but with coding and a white man. Yeah, I don't. That's just kind of how I am with anything I get real interested in. Like I get really interested in it, right? And so I'm constantly like that's how I was when I worked in the fitness industry. Like I was constantly consuming content and reading and learning, and you end up just like with anything, you end up finding people who have content or ideas or thoughts that you fuck with, right? And that you enjoy. Just like with anything, like music, um, you find creators who you like learning from, and you like consuming the stuff they make. So it's cool when you can go to see them in person, right? Because normally you just watch their content on YouTube or read it on their blog. So yeah, it's kind of cool. And for a lot of these guys, don't do this for a living, right? They have a day job, and so they go out of their way to put together presentations and put together talks, and then go and share their content with you and share their knowledge with you. So it's kind of cool, and so I like to support it. What's up, Noku? How are you? Good to see you again. Arkin 07 or 07? What's 07? What's that mean, Arkin? I do not understand the reference. Let's see, this will be 9:45 to 10:45. This will be 11 to noon. Then 1 to 2. Right? So we have 8:30 to 9:30. 9:45 to 10:45. 11 to noon. 1 to 2. 2:15. There you go. Yep, 2:15 to 3:15, and then 3:30 to 4:30. Also, this is kind of small. There we go. That's better. All coder have this weird workout thing, by the way. My friend's dad was at the gym, and met this big, huge 6'3" dude, and they started chatting, and he asked the big dude, "What do you work construction or stuff?" He was like, "No, I sit at a computer and work in IT." Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, one of the common tropes I hear about IT or tech professionals is like all tech professionals end up buying a farm and living on a farm at the end of their career. I actually personally, I've not met a lot of people that work in tech that like to lift weights or are real into fitness. There's one guy I work with who's on our IT team who's really into fitness. I think his wife's a nutritionist or something like that. But yeah, I haven't come across it as much. But that's cool to hear that there are other people in the world like that. Noku, I'm doing good. Following a book called Crafting Interpreters, but deviating a lot from it. So, Noku, is your book about like building interpreters? Like building something like the Python interpreter? Like that? Phil, I'm starting my next learning phase with AI and ML. I'm running a podcast specifically about IIoT and industrial automation to share some of our niche. Oh, that's interesting. That sounds very fun, Phil. What's the name of the podcast? Yeah, definitely drop the name of the podcast, Phil. I'd like to know more about it. Arkin 07 is basically like lifting your hand to greet someone. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. I guess I'm out of that internet world. I just, I'm not cool enough. Noku, Yepo, it's a book for building an interpreter in C for a small language called LOX, except I'm doing a lot of modifications. Well, that sounds very fun. Sounds very low level, but sounds very interesting. Phil, it's called Unplugged, an IIoT podcast. And can I find it anywhere, or is there a particular platform that you're publishing it on? I'll do a quick Google search. Oh, I found it. Yep. I found it on YouTube, I'm guessing. Well, man, you've got a lot of episodes. You guys have been going hard. 32 episodes? That's awesome, dude. Congrats. Noku, it's a very good book. Goes into detail about the whole process of parsing, compiling, and running bytecode. Super cool. Yeah, I love that. Would you mind sharing that book? What was the name of it? Crafting Interpreters. I already have way too many books on my list of things to read, but it can't hurt to add another one. Is this it? Noku? Is this the book? Add it to my just add it to my list. Yep, okay, cool. I added it to my list, so whenever I dive through the monstrosity of my things to read list, it will come up. You can actually read it you can read it for free on the site? That's cool. Hold on. Crafting interpreters. Where at? Do you go? Oh, read now. Oh, sweet. Okay. Very cool. But it's in C? It's in C. I don't know C. So I guess I'd have to learn C to do it, but still could be fun. Phil, we had some great guests like creator of Node-RED, co-inventor of MQTTT. It's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Yep, labor of love. Okay, very cool, Phil. Thanks for sharing. I'll definitely check it out, man. And for anybody else who's interested, this is the podcast that Phil is talking about here. It's called Unplugged, an IIoT podcast, or an internet. What would IIoT stand for? Internet of Things? Industrial Internet of Things. Very cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Noku, first it implements it in Java, then C. Okay, well then I could probably understand the Java part, and then I can kind of learn the C part. Kajani, Steven, don't miss my joke. What was your joke? No, it's building like an interpreter, like, you know, those people who translate your language into this other one, so that's how those dudes get made. Well, I mean, it's kind of funny because the description you just gave about what an interpreter is exactly what the program version of an interpreter is. Arkin, it is a legendary book, by the way. Its fame has shipped continents, or shaped continents, maybe is what you meant. Yeah, I've never heard of it, so that's awesome. I'm glad that you guys have stumbled your way into my streams and can enlighten me. All right, let's try to power through this third day of planning here. LangChain, LangGraph, no. I don't really care about those. I don't write a lot of Python. Digital Spitfire interface rage, how to calm savage users. Dude, that's like, that guy should get everyone to attend just from the name. That's kind of interesting. Epic app performance starts with the database. Huh. Okay, the best part is that it provides you with a very robust base that you can easily experiment with. It also has little challenges at the end of the chapters to... Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds like it'd be right up my alley in terms of format, though. I love that. Kajani, that book has a lot of power to move tectonic plates. We must harness its power. Yeah, if it's moving tectonic plates. Well, none of these talks really jumped out at me. Except that one that had a really creative name. Probably should go to this one, given what my role is. Okay, moving on. Got five more sessions to pick from. Or 5 more sessions to pick. Ooh, this one right here. Code that writes code. I don't know anything about source generators in .NET, but I would love to know about source generators in .NET. So that one's definitely going on the list. $22.11. Man, I don't really have to move much if all my stuff's in. Oh, I guess it's not the same room. 2201 is not 2211, Steven. You too can be a performance test master. Oh, this. I need to learn how to do performance testing on web apps, so this would be pretty good for me, I feel like. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. You too can be a performance master. That title makes me think of like, you too can be a developer. Kajani Steven, you as a professional workout man, how do I get more protein in my diet? I need some bulk. Well, yeah, I don't know if I'd call myself a professional anymore. I don't train or coach anybody these days. I still have a lot of my certifications, but I don't actively work with anybody. How do you get more protein in your diet? Like well, you eat more protein. I don't mean to be a smartass, but like that's the simple of it. If you want like some, I think one of the best practices is you should have a serving of protein at every meal. Every time you eat, you should be aiming probably to get between 20 and 30 grams of protein in that meal somewhere from some source. Protein shake, some sort of meat, a dairy product, just, cumulative, obviously. It can also be cumulative, but like try to have protein at every meal. Some of my favorite easy protein sources are things like Greek yogurt, chicken breast, eggs, whey protein shakes. If you're, I don't know if they have, there's a brand here in the States, a brand of milk called Fairlife that has pretty high protein content. That's an easy way to get an extra 20-30 grams of protein in a sitting. But yeah, I mean, there's not really any secret sauce to it, right? It's just being very intentional. How to eat a whole chicken each meal. No, you don't have to eat a whole chicken each meal, but eat 4 ounces of chicken at each meal. There, you would hit your 20 to 30 gram protein goal. But I wouldn't get too caught up in the specifics, but just getting in the habit of every time you sit down to eat, that protein is a part of your meal. When good services go bad, an Azure murder mystery. Some people obviously put a lot of thought into their titles. Huh, this is kind of interesting. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to this one. This is very applicable to my work. Although I'm not really doing any of the updating, but I'd like to understand what you can do to make updating an application, a more legacy.net application, easier. Alright, just 2 more sessions. Hello, Munir. How are you? Kajani, basically just eat and I'm good. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that you can talk like about all the different kind of hacks and tricks and tips and things, right? But at the end of the day, if you want to get more protein in your diet, you got to eat more protein. And you just you have to make it a focus and be very intentional about it. Huh. That's a very wordy session title, but I think that could be an interesting. All right, last one. Let's see. Catchy title. Conference speaking for the rest of us. Also, my camera is getting super dark. I'm gonna go turn on my light real quick. I'll be right back. Or I could just open the window that's right above me. That would probably help too. Actually, hold on one second. There we go. That's better. Johnny, computers are scary. I don't know much about them myself, but someone who does could do a lot of damage with a single email. Yeah, there are some very, very adept people out there who are good at exploiting others. For sure. I don't think computers are scary, but like definitely have to be aware of the dangers. Huh. That's kind of an interesting talk. The unbearable weight of architecture. There's another David Whitney session. "82 bugs I collected in a year you won't believe made it to production." Excuse me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the David Whitney talk. What room was that? 2104A. All right, it's done. I hate that these things aren't aligned, so I'm gonna go through and does anybody else's OCD bother them like that when the developers I work with probably can't stand me because I always log bugs around alignment issues. I know this is fascinating content too I'm making here. Okay, we're done. We have our plan. Very cool. I'm glad I took the time to do that because if I didn't, I probably would have forgot again. Then it would have been August 10th, and yeah, or it would be the day of the conference, and I'd be racing to figure it out. All right, what do you say? What time is it? 7:50. Oh, the kids are getting ready to go to bed. I was gonna say, what do you say we do a little Go? But I don't think I have much more time to spend streaming. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll get our Go time in. Kajani, you got one line of dots on the top row. They are not in line with the rest. Let my yeah, that's exactly how I feel when I see stuff like that. It's exactly how I feel. You must fix it. You must fix it now. All right, no code today, but thanks for hanging out with me while I did that chore. I think I'm gonna hop off here and put the kiddos to bed. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'll try to be more regular. We need to fix it. Oh, hold on. I'll try to be more regular about streaming. Oh, you're meaning this, aren't you? Yeah, you want it to be like that. I love it. Phil, don't start, you won't stop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If I start down the rabbit hole, I'll be here all night. See you, Johnny. Yeah. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, keeping me company while I went through that. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll code tonight too, but I'll do it off stream. Cause Johnny, we fix it. We did fix it. We did fix it. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday evening. Carl, cool. Wish I came earlier. Yeah, no worries, Carl. I'll be back around. So thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you dropping a note in the chat. It's always great to hear from you guys. All right, I'm gonna jump off here. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. If it's already Wednesday for you, have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you in the next stream. All right, bye, y'all.